It was Abraham Seleznick in 1986 who said, I think if we want to understand the entrepreneur, we should look at the juvenile delinquent. If I were a young person who has struggled at school, was not good at exams, enjoyed a wide range of subjects, but not any one in particular, perhaps felt out of place, despised the discipline, the regimentation, and the control over my life, someone who sought to be free of the shackles of education, where would I go? What would my future hold for me? What are my options? The options are limited. It is a case of continue to suffer or to rebel, and eventually, when the opportunity presents itself, to drop out of education. But all of these options have costs, and yet it is well established and accepted that so many of the world's greatest and most successful entrepreneurs hated school or university, rebelled, and then dropped out of formal education at their earliest opportunity. It is important to note that while these creative, entrepreneurial individuals dropped out of formal education, it does not mean they stopped learning. Learning is a self-motivated and lifelong process of transforming information and experience into knowledge, skills, and behavior. Learning, as opposed to education, is completely self-motivated rather than educator-managed. It involves the inner self, and it's about experience, curiosity, and discovery. Hence, learning, but not necessarily education, appeals to innovators and entrepreneurs. It is generally acknowledged that entrepreneurs, those individuals who see a market gap matched to an opportunity, who establish a business that meets a social need, generates employment, revenue, and taxes, these are the key individuals who maintain and contribute to economic growth and societal well-being. Given this is the case, then we might ask the question, why are our education systems not geared up to achieve the single aim, at the very least, of turning out individuals with the aptitude, skills, and know-how to make high-performing entrepreneurs? All the governments around the world are committed to varying degrees to education. Different governments and people interpret education and its purpose in different ways, according to culture, gender, beliefs, and national needs for intelligent and skilled workers. Most, but not all, systems of education are established on the basis of requiring certain standards of achievement associated with a level of intelligence that enables the passing of tests. Those students having the ability and mindset that can equate to what is being required through a test, whether in terms of culture, personality, and academic ability, they will succeed. A test induces conformity in outputs of learning, and it measures ability in a very specific way. It is a way that rewards a specific kind of intelligence. So Ken Robinson, in his TED Talks presentation, talks about how the whole purpose of education throughout the world is to produce university professors. It is they who are academic achievers, who are the winners. It is they who get all the brownie points because it is their kind of intelligence that is sought. Our whole system of education is predicated on academic ability, which is in reality just a protracted process of university entrance. If a nation values entrepreneurship, and there really is no reason why this should not be the case, then education systems need to be geared up to also meet this end. This means an education system that values and places greater emphasis on creative intelligence, the ability to relate to and express knowledge of different kinds in different novel and dynamic ways. Hence, an education system that provides broad skills, knowledge base and content, delivered in appropriately engaging formats, emphasizing outputs, use, and application of knowledge. Above all, an education system that needs to generate an understanding of self in order to focus and channel energy in productive and positive ways. It should never be about putting people down, but rather building them up. Education for entrepreneurs, the risk takers, the rebels, the creative, unorthodox thinkers needs to be geared to meet their needs if any nation genuinely wishes to create a culture of innovation.